touch the sky. Starlights, I'll be running up and down, trying to think about you all the time. I don't really need to apologize. I know that you like it. I'll be staying outside, yeah, so I don't think about life, yeah. Can you tell me a lie? 'Cause I can't take it, I can't take it. You got me feeling alright, yeah. Every day by your side, yeah. Can you tell me a lie? 'Cause I can't take it, I can't take it.
Welcome back, fellow KanJammers. We are back in South Haven, Michigan, and it is time for the Michigan Tournament 2023. We welcome you inside the studio, and we welcome you to the pre-show of the 2023 edition of the Michigan Tournament. I'm Rick Raldo, joined alongside Sim Santz, and new to the desk, we have Suzy Andrews. Suzy, how's it going?
I'm doing good, Rick.
You excited for this year's tournament?
Yes, very excited.
Sim, how's it going?
Oh, Rick, I cannot tell you how excited I am. This tournament has more hype around it than Ice Spice performing in Chicago December 13th.
Sim, I'm just as hyped as you, and I'm excited to see what this year's tournament has to offer. But before we move forward into this year's tournament, let's look back at last year's tournament during the Tournament Rewind, presented by Meyer. It's the Kalamazoo Krakens versus the Champions as we kick off the Michigan Tournament 3 there. Crowding penalty right off the bat. It does not faze Simeon. He is dialed in there. Barely nicks the side of that can. Heather, it's a great play there. It's their one. The matchup we've all been waiting for. It's time for the rematch. Oh! Simeon nicks the side. Eli lets gravity do the work for him. Kalamazoo Krakens versus the Norton Shores Nauticals. Krakens answer with a 3. Eli rolls it across the top. Top, that could be it. Oh! And it bounces out. What? A 3 out of that? No room for error. Eli, oh, and it flips out. No way. It flips out. I never thought I'd feel like complete domination by the Krakens last year, except for some very interesting show matches to end off the night. Sim, what was your favorite moment from last year's tournament?
Rick, I would say this is a really hot take, but my favorite moment was the last show match where Big E kicked the can in outrage after the last frisbee throw did not go in, and that caused him to lose. And him kicking the can actually ripped the can and caused us to get brand new cans for this year's tournament. So you guys can all thank Big E for the new and improved KanJam cans.
Make sure to send him a heart emoji on Twitter. Suzy, what was your favorite moment from last year's tournament?
Well, I can't compete with that, but I would say I really liked it when Sophia Eileen and Swimian paired up against Big E and JR Allman. I thought that was really cool to see the different pairs, and the fact that Sophia Eileen and Swimian came out on top was just so good.
That was definitely a match for the ages, but it is time to put the past in the past and move forward to the 2023 version of the Michigan tournament. And speaking of that, we have some breaking news that made the scene earlier this week. Crazy Ann posted this photo to her Twitter page. Humble Houseboat is making their return to the Pro Series of KanJam. They are at this tournament, and they will be facing off against the champions to kick off the Michigan Tournament 2023. Speaking of that, let's take a look at this year's bracket so we can see what the schedule looks like and what teams are going to be playing. Kicking us off in the lower bracket semifinal, we have Humble Houseboat versus the champions. And then in the upper bracket final, we're going to have the Norton Shores Nauticals and the Kalamazoo Krakens. Sim, which of these matches interests you the most to kick off this year's tournament?
No offense to other teams, but I would have to say the two Titans, the Nauticals and the Krakens, is going to be my favorite match leading up to this tournament. There is just plenty of scoring going on in those games. It's not always close, but they always make it interesting.
That's for sure, Sim. And Suzy, what are you hyped for?
Oh, I'm so hyped for the Humble Houseboats and the champions. I think they've been playing KanJam for the same amount of time. They both have good skills, and it's going to be a really close match.
That's for sure, and you'll have to stay tuned to figure out who will be in our lower bracket final and who will be making it to that grand final. And whoever makes it to that grand final will be walking away with a pretty nice prize. Let's take a look at this year's prize pool for the tournament. A pretty nice prize pool we have for this year's Michigan tournament. Kicking us off in first place, we'll walk away with $10,000. Second place with $100. Third place, we'll get their $1 entrance fee back. And fourth place, we'll get some free ice cream, courtesy of Sherman's Ice Cream. Sim, quite a nice prize pool we have this year.
Oh, yeah. I am eyeing that free ice cream like a madman. You know,
Me
Sherman
too.
Ice Cream, that's probably the same price as the first place prize pool.
That's true. Fourth place is
It's not a bad
gonna be
prize.
walking away sad, but not too sad because they're headed to get some free ice cream.
Oh, yeah.
Exactly.
And unfortunately, we don't have a prize pool here on the desk as much as I'd like to walk away with $10,000.
Yeah, what's up with that?
Unfortunately,
on,
not in the
go on,
budget
Rick.
this year.
What's
But
up?
Jeez.
we do have our own brackets and our own predictions. Who would like to go first?
I'll take the show, Rick.
All right, let's take a look at Sim Santz bracket for this year's tournament.
Okay, so for the upper bracket final, I chose the Krakens to win over the Nauticals. The reason for that is Krakens are just my boys. They are undefeated. They have won every single match, and it's just hard not to pick them over a team like the Nauticals. Although they have like some rising talent, but the Krakens have that strong fundamental talent and also chemistry between the two. So that's my choice for that. The lower bracket semifinals, I don't know. I just have the clip of Ann getting the instant win on repeat at my house.
Very true. Very true.
On all my TVs, so I just have to pick them in hopes that we see another instant win because that's the
Could
best
happen.
part of the game.
How
That's
could
the
you
best
forget
part of the
that?
game is seeing those instant wins. And then the lower bracket final, I chose the Nauticals over the Humble because the odds of two instant wins happening, very low. So I'm going to have to pick the team with a bit better skill level and maybe at less luck, but Nauticals will probably take that one. Then the grand final, this is a close one because the Nauticals do have the rising talent and they've been working hard, but the Krakens are just fundamentally strong and tight together, and it's just hard to crack the Krakens, you know?
It's very true. We got a best of 7 in the grand final. What do you think that final score is going to be?
Oh, that's a
That's
good
a good
question,
one,
Rick.
Rick.
I'm going probably
Think it goes to game 7?
Probably 4-2. I think 4-2. I don't see a game 7, but I wouldn't put it past them.
Very good. Well, let's move on to Suzy's bracket. Suzy, who do you got?
So here's my bracket. This is, my first time making a bracket, so
Yeah,
I
it
don't
shows.
I don't expect
Beginner's luck, though, maybe.
Exactly. I don't expect too much, but here's how I'm thinking. So for the upper bracket final, I'm thinking the Nauticals. I've been watching replays from their past season, and they have been on the up and up. They're not too good at instant wins, but they are getting those threes solid. So, and sometimes that can win a match. For the lower bracket, I am choosing the Champions over the Humble Houseboats because they have been improving their skills. Like, I've seen them getting in threes, I've seen them getting twos, and so I see like them looking up. For the lower bracket final versus the Champions versus the Krakens, I'm thinking the Krakens take that one just because of their longer experience. They've been playing for longer. They've been practicing their skills. So I can totally see them sweeping the floor with that one. And then for the grand final, again, Krakens just have the little bit more experience that is needed to kind of pull through, close a match, and to get that final prize.
So do you think the Krakens are going to have their nerves get to them the first match? Or like, what's the thought process behind the Krakens losing the first final but then taking the grand final?
Right. So I think it honestly just comes down to mindset. They're going to be very cocky because they have beaten the Nauticals a lot. And so they think, oh, I totally got this. I don't need to try that hard. And then the Nauticals come through because they've been practicing in the off season, and then they're going to win the match.
Well, thank you, Suzy. This is definitely interesting bracket, but wouldn't put it past her. Beginner's luck is a real thing. All right, let's take a look at my bracket. To kick it off in the upper bracket final, I've got the Krakens. They're going to come in strong. I think the Nauticals are definitely improving, but I think right off the bat, they're still going to need some time to warm up. And I think especially that being a best of 5 instead of a best of 7, I think the Krakens are going to take that. I'm excited to see Humble Houseboat back, but unfortunately, I think their tournament's going to end in the lower bracket semifinal. The Champions have just been improving a lot. I've seen a lot of clips of them playing in minor tournaments throughout the year, and they've really cut back on their penalties, which have cost them a lot of points in the past.
That's true.
And I think that they're going to be able to outlast Humble in their debut. That leads us to the lower bracket final, the Champions and the Nauticals. I think the Nauticals are just going to play better overall than the Champions. They are more consistent, not as consistent as the Krakens, but I think they're more consistent than the Champions, and they're going to be able to outlast them in that match. Then finally, in the grand final, we have the Norton Shores Nauticals and the Kalamazoo Krakens. I debated for a while on this. I went back and forth. It's hard to not pick the Krakens after their domination of this tournament. But it's also really hard to go 3 in a row. And the Norton Shores Nauticals have been putting in a lot of work in the offseason. And I think that there's a chance that they outlast the Krakens in this one. If they do, it's going to be a Game 7. I think we're gonna have maybe a Game 7 overtime to take the title for this year's tournament. But I'm gonna have to take the Nauticals on this one.
I agree, Rick.
You're putting a lot of faith in J.R. Almond there, Rick. That's all I'm going to have to say.
Hey, J.R. Almond's got some skills.
I know I am, and it's burned me in the past. I've seen some not so great things come out of his hand, but I've also seen all of the work that they've been putting in, and I think there's a chance that they pull it out.
That's true. I guess you're just going to have to hope for a not windy day.
It's true. We need to lower the wind status for the grand final. Well, folks, I have just been informed that we are currently in a fog delay. A bunch of fog has rolled in to the beach off the lake, and the South Haven Coast Guard has issued a fog advisory, so we're going to have to wait for the fog to roll out before we can get our matches started today. As you can see there's the dense fog warning that has come in from the U.S. Coast Guard, but it's not stopping the Krakens. They are out there on the beach right now, warming up for today's matches.
Nice one over the top.
Instant win in practice.
Wow. If that doesn't say what the matches are going to be like, I don't know what does.
We could be in for a real treat today if that is a sight for what's to come. But the Kraken's out there already getting hot in the fog, but unfortunately, because of rules, we are not allowed to start the matches. So instead, you guys want to play a game?
I'm down for
Heck
it.
yeah, Rick.
We're going to play a game here on the desk, and you can join along with us. Make sure to pull out your phones, head to Twitter, and make sure to use the hashtags that will pop up on the screen to cast your vote in this game called Yay or Nay. Let's grab our cards here. We're going to start off with, will we see an instant win? Yay or nay?
You got your answers?
I'm ready.
Yeah, me
Me
too.
too.
I feel like this is an obvious one, Rick.
I'm going nay.
Really?
Nay! After just seeing one?
I want to see it.
That's crazy.
I don't know.
What's the logic, Rick? I'm
The
interested.
frisbee throw is different in practice. I'll just say that. It doesn't always.
Fair.
You gotta add the
fair.
game nerves to that. Practice a lot of things. You're not always under the same pressure, and I don't know. As much as I want to see one, I'm gonna go with nay on this one. And you folks at home have joined me with that. We have, let's see, 20% for yay, 80% nay. So folks at home,
Crazy.
not that they don't want to see it, but are skeptical about if it will happen. All right, number 2. Will the champions commit a penalty? We saw what happened last year, but they have been improving.
You ready?
I'm locked in, Rick.
I'm locked in.
I'm locked in too.
I got yay.
Yay!
I got
for the
nay.
I hope they don't, but I'm afraid that we're going to see at least one penalty this year. I hope they prove me wrong. You guys at home, you guys are going with 75% for yay and 15% for nay.
Dang.
So folks at home are not sold yet that the champions have turned around their ways, but we'll have to wait and see in the first match. All right, number 3. Will we have overtime? Yay or nay?
Rick's taking a long time to think about this one.
He really is. Processing it all.
Okay. Yay.
I'm saying yay.
Nay.
Wha-
Nay.
Wait.
I think with all the improvements, I'd be shocked if we don't see at least one overtime.
We got some good matches this tournament. Like
That's
we
for
totally
sure.
got this.
And you guys at home, you guys are going with Sim down there. You got 60% nay, 40% yay.
All I have to say, Rick, is we've yet to see one in actual tournament play. The
That
only
is true.
time was in the
fair.
show match, and that was very close teams made purposely for the show match. So I don't know. I just it's just hard to believe. It's hard to believe, Rick.
That's very true, Sim. I see your point on that. And America's got your back. We'll have to see.
Let's go.
We'll have to see what happens. All right, final one. Will the Krakens lose a game? They could be playing a lot of games if they win the upper bracket and then win the grand final, or if they go to the lower bracket. Could have a lot of games in store. Ready?
Yay.
Nay.
I got nay.
Nay.
I think they're too strong, although I guess technically I have to say yay because I didn't pick them, so they have to lose a game. But anyway, who's keeping track? You guys at home are split right down the middle. You got 50%, 50%. Got some Norton Shores Nauticals fans out there that are really stacking up the odds
They've been
of a
improving.
Kraken's loss. So anyway,
know.
that wraps up Yay or Nay. Thank you guys at home for participating in that. The fog continues to hang around, so we'll have to wait to start that Humble Houseboat and Champions match. But while we wait for that, the Norton Shores Nauticals and the Kalamazoo Krakens actually played their upper bracket final last night, and we have yet to show you that. So while we wait for the fog to dissipate, we're going to go ahead and get started with the Kalamazoo Krakens and the Norton Shores Nauticals.
Let's go.
Let's take a look at our starting lineups. You guys know them already, but the Norton Shores Nauticals are a duo of Sophie Eileen and J.R. Amon. Sophie Eileen coming from North Central College, J.R. Amon, a graduate of the U of I. And they will be going up against the Kalamazoo Krakens. Everybody knows Big E, 28, and Swimian in their domination of this tournament. Big E from Webster University and Swimian from Rochester High School. And now we take a look at our game day matchup. These are tournament averages from all the tournaments that these two teams have played in. And as we take a look at some stats here, Sim, what stands out to you?
Well, obviously, I think what stands out to everyone is the 84% shot accuracy. I mean, if I were to take an accuracy for anything, 84% is pretty damn good.
That is very true, Sim. And also, we have probably the biggest differential here is the dunks to the dingers averages. Kalamazoo Krakens, 48% dunks to the Norton Shores Nauticals, 33%. And then that gets switched around when you look at the dingers with 47% from the Kalamazoo Krakens and 63% of the dingers coming from the Norton Shores Nauticals. Norton Shores Nauticals are going to have to take some of that percentage of dingers and move them into the dunks if they are going to see victory today against the Kalamazoo Krakens. Well, folks, it's time for the Whippy Dip fan vote. Make sure you pull out your phones, head to Twitter, and use the hashtag KRAK to vote for the Kalamazoo Krakens or the hashtag NSN to vote for the Norton Shores Nauticals. We're going to give our predictions here on the desk. Sim, who you got?
I'm going to have to go with the Krakens. I am a man of stats, and their stats are just simply more appealing. So, and I also picked them in my bracket, so I'm going to have to go with my gut still and go Krakens.
Sim's got the Krakens. Suzy, who you got?
I got to go for the underdog. I really think they've been practicing a lot in their off season, and they're going to bring something good to this tournament.
Well, that means I'm the deciding factor, and I'll have to go with the Kalamazoo Krakens. I just think they're going to come out hot. They're the reigning champs, and it's hard to take down the reigning champs right off the bat. The Norton Shores Nauticals have been looking a lot better, and they've been improving each year, and they put in a lot of work this season. But I think they're going to have to make that lower bracket run. I'm going to go with the Kalamazoo Krakens. And folks at home, you guys are favoring the Krakens, it looks like.
Let's go.
And the match is ready. The players are ready. And it is time to get the match started. Will the Kalamazoo Krakens continue their domination from last year and punch their ticket to the grand final? Or will the Norton Shores Nauticals send them to the lower bracket? Let's find out. What's up, everybody? We are back in South Haven, Michigan, and this is the Michigan Tournament 2023. What better way, Sim, to kick off this tournament than with the Kalamazoo Krakens and the Norton Shores Nauticals?
Wholeheartedly agree there, Rick, and we are off already. Starting off with a dinger from Sophie, and Duds gets the redirect.
Looks like they're trying to figure out if it was two. Seems like they're gonna stick with the one on that one.
Yeah, I would probably have to agree with the one there.
Coming back, and they'll start with 2 points as we get the tournament underway.
Not a bad start. I'm curious to see what the Krakens have, though.
And there's that three that we are used to seeing. They're coming out strong. They'll make
and
that
that's
six.
a 6. Wow. You know, that's just really hard when you just have your opponent get a 6 the first round, because you know you have to step it up, or you're just gonna be left in the dust.
And that probably could have been a 3-pointer right there, but the dunk does not come through, and they're gonna walk away with a dinger on that. As John throws it back. Off of Sophie's leg. They're going to get one out of it, but let's take a look at this. It's time for our first replay of the day, brought to you by Sherman's Ice Cream. Right off Sophie's kneecap. Ooh, that's got to hurt.
Oh, and she goes down, too.
Both of those throws probably should have been dunks, but they're going to walk away with only 2 more points as the Krakens pick up a dinger there.
A little shaky throws now. Close game for anyone.
A little debate on the score. And we have it correct on the board. As Sophie Eileen comes back
with the curve shot. She is very notorious for that curve shot.
J.R. Almonds throw a little bit off to the side. But once again, they were picking up those dingers and staying in this match.
Back to the Krakens. And they get the dunk.
Right over the
Very
top.
close to being a dinger. Oh, nothing there.
Close right over the top, but we stay at 11-6. And
and there's
they're
the
able
dunk.
to pick it up.
Both teams have got their dunk now.
Coming back. Oh, Sophie!
A dude. That hit first?
Sophie Eileen almost had that. It comes in as a 2. And it's 14-11.
Swimins throws a bit off there. Going off to this side.
Krakens moved at the crucial 15. Oh, and another opportunity for 3. And they're going to walk away with 1. But a dunk here could tie the match.
There it is!
Sophie Eileen ties this match at 15 all.
Now, Krakens did go second, so they have a chance to put it out right here.
They'll pick up the first one. Move to 18.
Need a dunk on the way back. Oh, what a throw! There it is!
And there it is. The Krakens walk away with game 1. A close match, Sim, but it was all Kalamazoo Krakens in the end. The Norton Shores Nauticals could not keep up as we take a look at some of the throws from this match.
Yeah, I'd have to say, Rick, those Krakens looked like they weren't stressed at all. They just looked like they knew that they had it in the bag, and they're just playing the sport, and that's what it comes down to.
Norton Shores Nauticals had some really nice dunks, but throws like that is what kept them out of it. They needed those points right there in order to keep up in this match. As we take a look at our final stats for the match, Sophie Eileen with 4 dingers, and I think of all the stats here, other than Biggie's 100% shot accuracy, that conversion between dingers and dunks was the difference in why the Krakens walked away with this one.
Yeah, Rick, at the end of the day, a dunk is just worth 3 dingers, so if you are gonna only get dingers, you have to get so many more dingers than dunks of the other team, because they just aren't comparable to each other.
That's for sure, Sim. And Krakens with those dunks take game 1. And I just heard, folks, I know we had a little bit of a fog delay earlier on in the day. I've heard that the fog has now lifted, and we are going to get to see Humble Houseboat make the return against the champions. We're going to have that match in game 2 of the upper bracket final when we return.
In paradise, I kinda like it. I'm paralyzed, why can't I see your face? Feel the same way, why don't you say my name? Yeah, 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 yeah. In paradise, I kinda like it. I'm paralyzed, why can't I see your face? Feel the same way, why don't you come my way? Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think I might get bored. It's like we met before. I always get ignored, I don't exist. I'm sick. It's alright, I'm fine, I'm just passing the time. I need you in my life, when I'm with you I can't move, it feels like I'm losing my mind. Paralyzed, yeah, I kinda like it. In paradise, I kinda like it. I'm paralyzed, why can't I see your face? Feel the same way, why don't you say my name? Yeah, 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 yeah.
to the Michigan Tournament 2023. The Kalamazoo Krakens are off to a 1-game lead in their series against the Norton Shores Nauticals in the upper bracket final. But the fog has lifted, folks, and it is time to get ready for Humble Houseboat to make their return to the sand against the champions. Let's take a look at our starting lineups. For Humble Houseboat, we have Crazy Ann and Arkle making their return. Crazy Ann from George Washington University and Arkle from Eastern University. Then their opponents, the champions, it's Jay Fay from Iowa State University and Heather from Greenville University. And now we take a look at our game day matchup. Suzy, what stands out to you on this list of stats?
I mean, it's the fat zero on the dunks. Champions.
Very true.
0 dunks. I mean, come on. Come on, you're better than that. You got this.
Big fat goose egg.
That's definitely going to have to go up. And Sim, what stands out for you that's really going to make the difference if Humble is going to take this match?
If Humble's gonna take this match, they're gonna have to improve their shot accuracy. That sub 10% is just there's just not much you can do with sub 10%.
The champions are definitely going to have to increase that dunk percentage if they want to see victory. And for the Humble Houseboat, it's that shot accuracy that's going to have to come up if they want to try to take down the champions. Well, throw it on up there. It is time for the Whippy Dip fan vote. Make sure you're using hashtag HUM for Humble Houseboat and hashtag JAM, hashtag JAM for the champions. Make sure to get your votes in for the fan vote. Suzy, we'll start with you this time. Who you got, Humble Houseboat or the champions?
You know, I'm going to go along with my bracket. I got to say the champions. I think even though I criticized their 0 dunks, I think they've been working on it, and I can see potential with them.
Sim?
You know, sometimes you have to know when to go based off stats and when not to go based off stats. And here is a case where you go based off of the logo, Rick. Humble Houseboat logo is so much better than Champions. It's not even close. And for that reason, I'm taking Humble Houseboat, the best logo in the division.
He's going with the logo. Well, folks, you at home have got the champions backed. You think that it's close, but we got more champion fans in the audience than we do Humble Houseboat. Well, the players are ready, and it is time to get the match started. Humble Houseboat make their return to the sand for something to prove, but the champions are looking to move forward into their first ever final. It's Humble Houseboat versus the champions. Humble Houseboat make their return to the sand as we get ready for the lower bracket semifinal between Humble Houseboat and the champions. The winner of this will move on to the lower bracket final, which will be the first ever final for either one of these teams. As we get ready to kick off the match here, Humble Houseboat will be starting us off. Crazy Ann with the first throw. First throw in the sand.
I'll stay up here and I'll reach.
Last time we saw this team was in 2021 when they versed off against the Skinny Legends, I believe, a team of KanJam past.
I wonder what brought them back, and I wonder if they've been training during those years off.
That one almost in the lake, which is hard to tell on camera, but that's about 25 feet.
The Kraken start this game off going first. Oh, and they miss a dunk opportunity there.
Gonna have to walk away with the dinger on that. They do pick up the dunk there. And we'll start off with that trusty 4 points. Norton Shores Nauticals kept it really close last game. And besides the fact that the Krakens went second, they really had a chance at that match.
Yeah, they had a slow start this time. They're going to have some ground to make up later on, though, now.
Ooh, and that was close. It's going to be a dinger. And they are off to a hot start now. 8-1.
Wobbly throw from John.
Oh, Sophie, yep.
Yep, there it is.
The penalty comes through. That's definitely a carry.
No doubt about it. They all agree.
Oh. Sophie with those high arcing shots
Yes.
make it tough to read sometimes on J.R. Rahman.
Oh, deuce?
Yep, there it is. Deuce for the Krakens. Oh!
I almost thought he had that.
And I want to see a replay on this. Rolls it across the rim like a basketball on a basketball hoop. The cameras seem to be a hot target.
Poor cameras. We're going to get some shields for them in the future.
Oh! Great throw from J-Fay.
Almost a dunk. But
And it comes in as a deuce.
2 points is still 2 points.
Looks like it skipped off the top, I guess, before it hit her leg. The champions take a 2-0 lead. It's Humble Houseboat. Try to put some points on the board. That one's so short that you can't even see it on camera.
Oh, Ray, we are in for a wild ride.
Yeah, you need to step into it a little more. It's too short. Well, that's why Simeon asked if you wanted us to shorten the court.
Throwing from like 10 feet away from the can. This is an interesting strategy. And it might
And
work.
it worked, but Crazy Ann could not convert. It was right there, and they can't even pick up the one. J-Fay with another great
We
throw.
got the dinger. We're starting to get some points on the board.
Called that a direct hit last time.
Chipping away towards that 11 points. Tough to come back from.
And Sim, they looked so good in game one. They seem to be having some struggles here to keep up, as the Krakens now are within striking distance of a victory.
They get to that 15. They can put it out next round and force the Nauticals to have to go for the instant win.
There's a nice dunk by Sophie Eileen. Good throw from J.R. Rahman. Could use another one right here. Oh, and they're not going to get it. Did that nick the top? We're going to have a replay review on this one. Ooh, that is close, Sim.
You see it move, but is that from the wind or just...
The official call comes in as a deuce. They're saying that J.R. Rahman did not touch the Frisbee. They're going to give him 2 points.
Oh, and they barely missed getting to that 21. Instead, they get the dinger.
Okay. 2 deuces in a row.
No, almost takes out Sophie there.
Sophie almost touched it, decided to pull back, and it was for good cause. They are now within 10, although that's not going to help.
Torpedo of a throw there. It was like...
It's like 90 degrees in the air.
There
There it is.
Swimming in with the deuces this
Comes
tournament.
through with the
Wow.
deuce. And he is known for his deuces.
10
Lines it
meters
up.
from the can.
Right there.
Oh, it works
and
again.
Oh, and there's the dinger.
Nice. They get on the board.
They get rid of the goose egg. And they pick up the one. Nice conversion from Crazy Ann. J-Face throw a little too far to the right. I will say we have a pretty steady breeze coming off the lake, as you can tell from the waves.
That is true. And the distance between the can is always a lot more than you would picture it when watching.
Anne's going to need to get a little more power behind her throws to get them there. That's a good one.
Oh.
Nice.
And it was right there. Oh, show us the Sherman slow-mo replay of that because I can't believe. Oh, it was right.
Crazy
right
Ann
there.
just got hit with like a freeze ray or something.
Oh,
She just froze like a deer in the headlights.
and that gives them a 21-9 victory. And we're going to move on to Game 3 right away as we look to finish off this series and crown a champion in the upper bracket final. We are all set to go for Game 3 of the upper bracket final. The Kalamazoo Krakens are one game away from securing the upper bracket final victory and heading to that grand final. And the Norton Shores Nauticals are going to start us off, and it will be with a dinger.
Throw back, hoping for a dunk there.
Oh, they don't get it. It sits on the rim.
Gravity is not in their favor that time.
Instead of a 6, it's a 2.
I made contact.
That's a win, Janarko.
It is.
Right there. And there's the dunk.
A dunk! They go up to 6.
Champions with their first ever dunk in a major tournament. There it is. Great throw from Heather Jaffe with the perfect little tap of the hands. And there's their first legal dunk, I may add, for the champions.
Textbook dunk and a deuce coming in.
back.
Okay.
I thought that was
It's
short,
6
but
to
apparently
3.
it made it there.
Oh, we have.
That leaves them with one dinger, one deuce. Oh, hurting on that shot accuracy, though. 38% so far.
I can't do things over.
Ooh, that was close, but I think Big E put a hand on it. And with that, we're going to start off 2-2.
Closest start off yet.
Both teams couldn't get those dunk opportunities. Had to take the dinger instead. But that will be a dunk opportunity that they will capitalize on. And the Norton Shores Nauticals take the first lead in this match.
John goes down trying to secure that dinger on that one. That is some commitment for his team.
And that's no easy task with all the rocks on this beach.
I made contact.
But they are looking better.
There's
And
one.
there's the dinger. Okay.
away.
Okay.
Don't get the first one, but they grab the second. Little houseboat. Need to put up some more points. They've got themselves to 3. Don't know how much they've practiced or how many matches they've played since their last time here in the Michigan tournament. But definitely look like they're trying to shake off some rust
Yeah.
in this match here.
Yeah, for sure. They're just trying to get back in the tournament feel, I think, mentally, mostly, and just try and work back into maybe
There's a
doing
dinger.
the tournament annually too. Being back here every year.
Champions.
Score! What's the score?
Champions looking to
Do all they can just to keep up with the Nauticals this time. They seem to be on a roll. And they already have
Another
more
dunk.
dunks.
Can they get the 6? Oh, not quite.
They squeeze out a dinger on that one though. Barely nicking the side before it hits the sand. It's a
Make-
possible dunk. There it is.
The Norton Shores Nauticals are putting up a lead, but the Krakens are hot on their trail, and they will take it back as we move to 12-10 in favor of the Krakens. Oh, and a missed opportunity there for 3.
And that one's in the sand. That's tough right there. They needed at least a dinger to try and keep up and tie.
Crazy hand not ready for that one.
Caught off guard. Tries to get in position, but throw was a bit off too.
Oh, J-Fay. He's trying.
Oh,
It
right there.
Oh, and they get a dinger
They
off
will
the
get
leg.
a dinger out of it. Let's take another look at this.
That's interesting. Yeah.
Sherman slow-mo replay, and yeah, that's off her leg. That counts. Almost had another one there.
I had one in me, and that was all you get.
J-Fay going full out for that one.
Don't get the 3 here. The Nauticals have a chance to get a 6 and force the Krakens to get to 21 the next round.
This round will be huge for the Krakens.
You're saying we have 14 now.
They either need a dunk or a dinger and a deuce. No other way.
Ooh, almost 0, but they pick up the 1.
Now they need a deuce here.
They're not gonna get it.
They just decide to go with the dinger, play it safe.
So here's the Norton Shores Nauticals' opportunity to put pressure on the Krakens and possibly take a game in this series.
Yeah, that's what I thought. A little high.
And there it is.
There's the first dunk.
1 dunk away
2018.
to forcing the hands of the Krakens.
Now, can you go over and you got to go back down again?
Sophie Eileen with the toss. It's really high. Jerome is up and he gets it. 21 for the Norton Shores Nauticals. Krakens need a dinger here to send us to overtime.
Looks like they got it. There it
And they
is.
get it.
OT, Rick. My favorite.
What more could we ask for? Game 3 with the series on the line, and we're moving to overtime.
Can't get anything that round. Score stands 9-3 champions.
I swear, the stress of success. That's what we're seeing.
Champions so close to victory and moving forward to their first ever final. She's going to try the other side this time. And it's going to go the other way.
Too much sauce on that toss.
Get back to your dugout. Stay in your lane.
Champions trying to put it away here.
And there's a dinger.
There's one. Because she touched it. The champions are now
One more of those.
on game point. This could be
Dinger
it.
puts it away.
Got it.
Did we get it?
Yep, it's close. It comes in as they got it.
Okay.
We're gonna go to replay review though. Let's see. Oh, I don't know,
I don't
Sam.
know. That's
Sam.
sand.
I think that hit the sand.
That sand came up, yeah.
Yeah, that definitely hit the sand first. Yeah, that should be 0. Let's see what the call comes in as. It comes in as a dinger. They're letting it stand. I don't think that's the right call, but that's the call that comes in, and the champions will take the game, and they will move on to the lower bracket final.
He's trying. Oh,
As we take a look at the stats from this game, Humble Houseboat in their return only able to put up 3 points, and the champions walk away with the victory. This could be a swing in this series if the Norton Shores Nauticals
Well, it's
can
just
put
round
this
by
game
round.
away.
Yeah.
how many rounds are you?
Until somebody comes up top each round.
Okay.
The Nauticals seem to be in a better mindset. Oh, the throw's
Off
off.
throw, and that is not what they needed.
Bad time for that throw.
In the sand.
A
That's
0
tough.
is painful in overtime,
2. I didn't touch it.
and they will walk away with 2 points.
Well, we gotta hope they don't.
So the Nauticals 1 dunk away from securing the upper bracket final and heading on to the grand final.
That's a dunk opportunity,
And there it is. Kalamazoo Krakens. Sim wants one more for the books. And they'll
they
get
the
it.
6.
They'll get the
Wow.
6. Final will be 27-23, and the Kalamazoo Krakens will move on to the grand final as they take the series by a score of 3-0.
Some really good shots that game there. It's a lot more dunks than we've seen the first 2 games. And this could be a statement for how the Nauticals are going to play for the rest of the tournament.
For sure, as we take a look at this Leave No Trace replay presented by Michigan DNR. And as we look at some of these throws, you just see how close it was. But unfortunately, the Norton Shores Nauticals had bad throws at the bad time, and that's going to be the difference in this game.
There's the 6th round in the OT.
As we take a look at the final stats from this game, and probably the thing that stands out to me the most is how even this is. Taking a look especially at the shot accuracy line and the dunks line, a lot closer than the first 2 games.
Yeah, it's just those 2 errors at that point. Those 2 errors, I think, is what gave the game to the Krakens.
Well, the Kalamazoo Krakens move on to the grand final, and we're going to send it back to the desk as we get ready for the rest of today's matches. What a finish to the upper bracket final. The Kalamazoo Krakens take the series 3-0 against the Norton Shores Nauticals. The Kalamazoo Krakens move on to the grand final and send the Norton Shores Nauticals to the lower bracket final, where they will face off against the Champions, who just took down Humble Houseboat. Sim, what do you think it's going to take for the Champions to put up a fight against the Norton Shores Nauticals?
Well, Rick, I'm going to say it's going to take close to a miracle for them to take that one. There is a pretty substantial skill gap between the 2 teams, but the fact that you do have the instant win capabilities, you can't rule any team out in this sport. So there is a chance, but I would say it's highly unlikely.
Well, folks, we're going to find out who's going to join the Kalamazoo Krakens in the grand final right after the break.
Get me out of love, yeah. Call me when you want. Sunshine on my door, yeah. Nowhere left to go. I just need to stay alone, yeah. Need to stay alone. I've been on my own, yeah. I've been on my own. I know, you know, I changed a lot. The sunshine on my eyes. It's been so goddamn cold tonight. You better call me up. Whenever you're gone, I can change a lot. I don't need the shots if you're so alive, but I need you now, yeah, I need you. You better call me up. Whenever you're gone, I can change a lot. I don't need the shots if you're so alive, but I need you now, yeah, I need you. I don't know, you got me out of control. I need to let it go, yeah, let it go, yeah, let it go. Tell me how to love, now you got my heart on lockdown. I just wanna feel your body. My heart is a ghost town. I don't need no love now, that's cause I don't need nobody. I know, you know, I changed a lot. The sunshine on my eyes. It's been so goddamn cold tonight.
Welcome back to the Michigan Tournament 2023. I'm here with Big E _28 from the Kalamazoo Krakens. It only took 3 games out of 5, but the 3rd went to overtime. What are your thoughts on the match?
I think it went pretty well. I mean, I can't complain that much. We took it in 3 games, didn't drop a game. I'm excited to move on to the grand final. That's the benefit of taking that first match, is now we don't have to make that lower bracket run. We get to go straight to the grand final, and it went well overall. Great weather out there on the beach, and had a great time.
How did the beginning fog affect your mental mindset?
It wasn't too bad. Luckily, the fog wasn't as bad last night as it was this morning, and I know that was a problem for a while. But last night it wasn't too bad, and the weather was beautiful. Very little wind, which helped, made getting those dunks a lot easier. And when you have a great partner on the other end, it's pretty simple.
That's what's up. And what are your thoughts on the upcoming lower bracket final?
I think it's going to be interesting. Obviously, the champions played a lot better against Humble than they did previously in the last year's tournament. They got rid of all those penalties that they committed against us, which was a big factor. And I think they have a shot to put it up against the Nauticals, but I'm going to have to take the Nauticals if I'm picking teams because we just played them and they've put in a lot of work and they're really trying to make it to that grand final and have a rematch against us. And so there's going to be a lot of hype behind them, and I think they're going to come out and take that match.
That's what's up.
Well, Suzy, I love your questions and I love your answers, Biggie, but I want to ask the question that everyone's thinking, okay? If you win the grand final, what are you doing after to celebrate? Are you going on the Friends Goodwill and partying? Go out, see the fireworks? Like, what? Take us through the celebration if you take the grand final.
I don't want to get ahead of myself, Sim, but obviously I'd love to be in that position. I think a nice cruise on Friends Goodwill sounds like a good time.
Yeah.
4th of July is coming right up, so some nice fireworks over the lighthouse sounds like a good time. And go out and keep practicing and get ready for next year because we're always here to compete.
Fair. Stay on that ground.
That's awesome. Well, speaking of the semifinal, let's take a look at where we stand so far.
As we take a look at the bracket, as you can see in the upper bracket final, the Kalamazoo Krakens took a victory over the Norton Shores Nauticals. That was a series score of 3-0. And then in the lower bracket semifinal, the Champions and Humble Houseboat played to a score of 11, and the Champions took that match. So now we're left with the Kalamazoo Krakens in the grand final, and in the lower bracket final is the Champions and the Norton Shores Nauticals. Speaking of that match is queued up and ready to go. Let's take a look at our game day matchup. As we take a look at the Michigan Tournament 2023 averages for both of these teams after their first two matches, the Norton Shores Nauticals upping their shot accuracy, which is what they're going to need if they're going to continue through this tournament, and the Champions increasing that dunks percentage, which we talked about in the pre-show as being a necessity to continue through this tournament. Sim, what stands out to you as you look at these?
Honestly, they look pretty even to me. I mean, there's some disparity in like a few of the stats, but overall they're fairly close. So I think this is going to be one of our best matches, Rick.
I have to agree, Sim. I'm looking at the dingers, and I see that Champions have moved up to 75% for that. So that'll be interesting to see since the shot accuracy for the Norton Shore Nauticals also moved up.
Very true. Well, folks, as the players finish warming up, we're going to go ahead with our Whippy Dip fan vote. Throw it on up there. You make sure to use hashtag NSN to vote for the Norton Shore Nauticals and hashtag JAM, J-A-M, to vote for the Champions. And we're going to give our predictions here on the desk. Suzy, why don't you kick us off?
So, thanks, Rick. I think I'm going to go with the Norton Shore Nauticals on this one. It's just they improved their shot accuracy so much, and I can totally see that improving their game and improving like their mindset, and I can really see them pulling through.
Sim?
I'm going to have to side with the Champions on this one. You know, they are just coming off from a pretty good win against the Humble Houseboats, so they have that win momentum still with them, whereas the Nauticals are coming off from a loss against the Krakens. So they're going to be in their own heads, I think, and I think the Champions have a good chance to take this one.
Well, once again, that makes me the deciding factor, and I think I'm going to have to go with the Norton Shores Nauticals. I think the veteranness of this team is going to pay off. They've been in tough situations like this before, and they are hungry for a rematch against the Kalamazoo Krakens. I think that the Norton Shore Nauticals are going to squeak this one out against the Champions. But you guys at home, you guys are favoring the Champions. You're back in the Champions, and you never know. They're coming off a win. They could come out strong, but the players are ready. So it's time to send it out to the beach. The desk favors the Nauticals, but you guys got the Champions. And the Champions are not going to back down from the challenge. The Nauticals are on the search for a rematch with the Krakens, while the Champions look to make their first ever grand final. It's the Norton Shores Nauticals and the Champions. Let's head to the beach. We are back, and it is time for the lower bracket final as the Champions look to compete in their first ever final.
Yeah, you got the Champions, and then you also have the Nauticals looking for their redemption arc, giving one more shot at the Krakens if they win this game.
That is for sure. They are definitely on the hunt for that rematch. And I'm excited for this match because these are two teams that have never played before, and we have no clue what to expect. Oh! That was almost an acrobatic dunk from J.R. Amin, but they're going to walk away with the one, which seems to be a theme for the Norton Shores Nauticals.
You know, they have their jerseys out for this game. They are taking this seriously.
You ready, babe?
Oh!
That was almost the winner.
What?
Almost just ended the match on the second
Yeah,
round.
give me a replay on that one. Oh, just a tad bit high.
Just a tad high.
Played at 21, but they make us play
Oh, that
11.
was close.
They're shortening the game.
And another thing to keep in mind here is we are headed to 11, not 21 in this match.
Oh, a
So
3-2.
that
off
could have
the
been-
start.
Going to 21 bid.
And as you see there, Champions first round with a double score.
Wow.
3 all.
That is
Making
big
progress.
strides
Yes.
from last year.
Yes.
Ah, sorry, that's bad.
What is Swimian doing over there in
I
the
gotta
back?
put that up a lot higher.
Hunting for shells maybe. But I'm focused on this match because it is 3-3. And right now, this could be anyone's game. Both of these teams have a story arc of their own and would love to continue it into the grand final.
3 all.
Sophie takes her shot. A little off. Do they squeeze a dinger?
J.R. Amin almost
Oh.
converts, but that's going to be 0 points.
That farmer's tan is really coming into play here.
Oh! He's trying to do it on the way back. As we take a look at another Sherman replay.
Just a tad high again!
Almost another instant win. These two teams are eyeing the slot.
If we just make that instant win slot just like an inch higher,
Throwing 5.
we would have seen 2 this game.
Oh! Right off Heather's kneecap. Oh, that hurts.
But she seems to be taking it well. Maybe.
See if that has any effect on the rest of the
and
match.
there we go, a dunk.
But the Nauticals are looking to pull away now
8
as they take a
balls, so we got
4-point
3.
lead.
We went first.
Get another 3 and get to that 11.
Oh, Sophie can't put it
Dinger
away.
instead.
Now we just need 2.
They're coming back.
Oh, almost made something happen there.
J-Fei tries to convert.
Oh, that's bad. That's bad.
Nauticals can get to the 11 right here with a deuce or 2
We
dingers.
don't want to put it in.
Right.
So I'll either try to hit it off or you look like you're going to hit it.
Strategizing going on.
Okay.
Picks up the 1.
Okay.
Looks like they're going to go for a
So
double
I'm gonna-
double
yeah,
dinger
don't-
here.
Don't let it go in. Ah.
Leaves it out to the side, but that's too far.
Can't convert on that one.
Champions are still in this, only down by 6.
Could use a dunk here. Still nothing coming in.
Started off hot. They're starting to cool down. And you get the fire back. Oh, they'll pick up
and
1
there's
there.
the dinger.
Almost knocked that through the front for 3.
Yeah, just put it out to the side.
Sophie's throw for the dinger.
He
There it
gets it.
is.
Almost put it in.
You went first.
But they pick up the 1, and that will put the Champions on the
So
hot
you
seat.
have to decide
They have
at
2
5,
throws to try to get
you
an
can either
instant
go for
win.
2 threes,
Or I guess you could go for double dunks here too, Sim.
Oh yeah, they're still within point values here, but the first one doesn't work out. Now they have to go for the instant win. They want to try and steal the win from the Nauticals.
No, it's okay. They beat
And it will
us.
not happen. And with that, we are going to have a rematch between the Norton Shores Nauticals and the Kalamazoo Krakens in the grand final. as we take a look at this Leave No Trace replay presented by Michigan DNR. Norton Shores Nauticals and the Champions off to a really close start. And then the Champions couldn't hold up, couldn't put up more points, multiple throws off, and the Norton Shores Nauticals walked away with the victory.
I will say, though, the Champions look like they have good prospects for a tournament possibly next year.
They definitely look like they're improving each and every year, and I'm excited to see what they have to bring to the table next year. As we take a look at the stats from this game, the Norton Shores Nauticals, while it doesn't work against the Krakens, those 6 dingers did make a difference in this match against the Champions.
Yeah, those stats pretty even. I would love to see them in a match in some other future tournament, Rick.
For sure. But with that, we have our grand final set. It is the Kalamazoo Krakens and the Norton Shores Nauticals. We're going to send it back to the desk, and the next time you hear from us, we will have the Michigan Tournament Grand Final. With that win, the Norton Shores Nauticals confirm their number 2 spot in the KanJam Pro Series standings as they take down the Champions and move on for a rematch against their rival, the Kalamazoo Krakens, in the Grand Final. We're going to have the Michigan Tournament 2023 Grand Final when we return. Welcome back to the Michigan Tournament 2023. Me and Sim are standing by here with Sophie Eileen _ from the Norton Shores Nauticals. Sophie, how'd that match go for you guys?
You know, that match was very nerve-wracking. Even though we went in with improvement from practicing and everything, it was still a very nerve-wracking game because this was the one that would take us to the finals with whoever we were versing. So we were very particular with our shots. We tried to play into the wind that was happening and just tried not to lose focus of the end goal.
The Champions had a bit of a hot start there. Did that concern you guys at all? Kicking off the match?
Yes, very much so. I was very nervous because they were just hitting them in, and I was like, I don't know how we're gonna come back from this. But once I, cooled down, then my partner cooled down too, and we were able to gain back that focus that we were missing.
And you're now headed into a grand final with your rival, the Kalamazoo Krakens.
Yes.
What does this match mean for you guys, and what's your approach going into this?
So this match means a lot. We've only beat the Kalamazoo Krakens very few times, and so we just need to keep our heads up. We're gonna try to stay on top of the score, so try to start out strong and then keep that momentum, because that's where we've fallen behind in the past. Is we just don't start good, and then it ends up they just keep going far ahead. But we're gonna start strong. We're gonna stay focused, and we're gonna try to have a good match.
Awesome.
All right, Suzy, I would like to know, what is it like to travel and room with J.R. Rahman for these tournaments?
Oh, it's something special. He's definitely a talker. So if you ever get him on the show, be prepared.
Gotcha.
But yeah, no, he keeps the energy going well. So that helps with, having them be fun matches too.
For sure. Well, Sophie, we will let you go as you get ready for this grand final, and we're going to take a look at the bracket and where we've come so far. We have now come to our final match of the day, and the bracket is now almost complete. The Krakens had a pretty easy journey here to the grand final, taking down the Norton Shores Nauticals in the upper bracket, which sent them straight to the grand final. The Norton Shores Nauticals had a little bit of more of a journey as they had to play the Champions, who beat Humble Houseboat in the lower bracket semifinal, and then moved on to the lower bracket final, where they beat the Champions and are now in the grand final with the Kalamazoo Krakens. Let's take a look at our game day matchup to see how these two teams have played so far in this tournament. As we take a look at the stats here, the Kalamazoo Krakens, with probably the most outstanding stat, is the shot accuracy, coming in with an 85% shot accuracy. But the Norton Shores Nauticals not far behind with that 73%.
So I'm looking at the Norton Shore Nauticals, and since they just won their match against the Champions, I think they're gonna have potential against the Krakens. Their shot accuracy has gone up. They are really good at getting those dingers in. So I think they have potential for a strong match.
All right, what I'm seeing, Rick, is the error difference. The Norton Shore Nauticals have 8 errors as to the 3 for the Kalamazoo Krakens. And the errors are what make or break games. In most cases, if you can hit all those 3s or even pick up some points off some throws, then that is what puts you slightly above the other team. So I think just based off the errors that the Kalamazoo Krakens are looking more favorable for this match.
I definitely agree with that, Sim, and guess what, you two? You know what time it is? It's time for the Whippy Dip fan vote.
Oh boy.
Throw it on up there. Make sure to use hashtag NSN to vote for the North Shore Nauticals, and use hashtag KRAK to vote for the Krakens. Who wants to go first? Grand final. Big predictions.
You should take it, Suzy.
Suzy, kick us off.
I gotta hold out for the Norton Shore Nauticals. I really think all the practicing that they've been doing in the off season is really gonna have them perform well in this match. And I think just with like the high adrenaline between this match, since it is such a huge one, I think they're gonna pull through.
Sim?
I'm taking the Kalamazoo Kraken still. They are just solid. They're just a well-built team that seems to always have a certain amount of points that they get each game. Even though some games are better than others, they're just fundamentally a solid team.
Well, folks, I'm throwing out my bracket. I'm going Kalamazoo Krakens. I got to go with my boys. They're playing great so far this tournament, and as much hype as there is around Norton Shores Nauticals and their comebacks, I just think that they're going to be overpowered by the Kalamazoo Krakens. But let's take a look at what you guys at home have. And it looks like you guys are favoring the Nauticals. So, the desk favors the Krakens. You guys favor the Nauticals. But we can only crown one champion. Welcome back to the beach for our primetime matchup.
You heard that right, prime time!
Prime time, as we have the Obros and the Skinny Legends throw, and there's 3 here, talking some strategy.
There's a 3.
And the wind, but it does not matter. The Kalamazoo Krakens versus the Norton Shores Nauticals for our primetime matchup.
I'm not too worried. We are on a good streak.
This match means a lot. We just need to keep our heads up.
We got the momentum.
We're going to start strong, we're going to stay focused, and we're going to try to have a good match.
And we're going to perform our best, and most of the time, the best is what wins it.
What better way, Sim, to kick off this tournament than with the Kalamazoo Krakens and the Norton Shores Nauticals? Krakens walk away with game 1. Oh, and there's the dunk. Yep. Krakens move to crucial 15. Krakens will move to a 2-0 lead. We are all set to go for Game 3. Northern Shores Nauticals are putting up a lead, but the Krakens are hot on their trail. Dunk by J.R. Ahmed.
Okay, Rick. Dunk opportunity, and there it is.
What more could we ask for than a grand final rematch between the Norton Shores Nauticals and the Kalamazoo Krakens?
The story that has no end. The two titans seem to always face each other when it comes down to the end.
And Sam, what a beautiful day it is out here on the beach, and what better way to cap off the tournament than with these two teams.
If we get nothing else, we will at least get some highlights from these games.
And we are just about ready to kick off Game 1 of the Michigan Tournament 2023 Grand Final begins now.
The Nauticals start us off. Oh! Almost gets the dunk. He is very irritated with that one, as I would be too, Rick.
They do pick up the dunk there.
That's
4-0 lead for the Norton Shores Nauticals.
see what the Krakens can answer with. And they answer with a dunk of their own. Can they get a 6 to start us off? And they do.
There it is. Oh, Sim. I am excited for this one. Oh, Sophie's
arc.
throw to the moon.
Can't salvage that one.
J.R. Ahmed, right over the top. Sophie converts. It's a dunk. And it's 7-6.
J.R. Ahmed with 2 dunk throws so far. Seems to be on a hot streak.
Oh, tries to flip it over the top. Can't get it, but ties the score at 7. And there's the dunk coming back.
They build a small lead. Ooh. And the Nauticals are trying to chip away at it now.
Kicks it right across the top. They're staying in this match, though.
Oh, and a 0 there. That's going to hurt.
I think Sophie Eileen thought that might hit. She pulled her hands away, and they end up with 0.
Oh, and Swimming misses the dunk opportunity there.
A little bit of struggle here as we enter the middle of this match. Both teams having some trouble. Sophie Eileen coming back.
Oh, J.R. Ahmed is stunned.
He can't believe it. It was right there over the top. And it will go for 0. And we're going to take another look at this. Swimmian wondering about the 2. Official call comes in. It's a 1.
No, I would have to agree there, Rick.
Big E had a good view of that, and they were able to sort it out.
Dunk.
Kraken's starting to pull away here in Game 1.
Possible second.
They get to that 15 mark. 6 points away. And he doesn't miss that dunk as they try to post a little comeback here. Only down by 3 now.
I know, we have 13 now. But they have 15.
J.R. Ahmed thinks they have 13. They have 12, but not going to matter because that's going to be a 0.
It seems like Sumian's having some contact troubles. He keeps rubbing his eyes over there. The sand sometimes gets in your eyes.
It's pretty windy earlier too, which might have played a factor in that. Pick up 2 dingers there on that round. And they keep it close. Norton Shores Nauticals definitely not out of it yet, especially with that.
And they get the dunk.
16 to 17.
It's those high shots. He just bats in.
Oh, and that's going to be short.
J.R. Allen's got to get his throw.
Once again, Sim, they just have the bad throws at the wrong times.
They could put this away right here, and there is the dunk. All they need is the 1 dinger here. There it
They
is.
get it. Sophia
It's a
says
wrap.
yes. And that is game 1. The Krakens are off to a 1-0 lead in the series. We take a look at the replay from this game.
Still, lots of good dunks we're seeing here from both teams.
We definitely have seen more dunks in this game than possibly we've seen all day. A lot of back and forth between these two teams, but the Krakens pulled away at the end, and the Norton Shores Nauticals could not keep up. Too many errors in the middle of that match. As we take a look at the stats from this game 1, and pretty even across the board, the Kalamazoo Krakens with a little bit higher shot accuracy, but not by much.
Yeah, I was going to say, Sumian had a bit of a rough game that first game, and I'm curious to see if he's going to try and come back from that and just shake off that first game and start fresh.
Definitely had some trouble with the throws, but was able to put up 3 dingers and 3 dunks. So definitely not out of the picture there in terms of the Kalamazoo Krakens' victory. And we're going to move on to game 2 as the Norton Shores Nauticals look to make a comeback after game 1. The Kalamazoo Krakens will start us off. And here we go with game 2 of the grand final.
A ding on the first one. Looking for a dunk here.
Oh! Takes out the camera.
Jeez, Rick. I almost fell out of my chair on that one.
And it looks like it hit the sand prior to hitting the camera. Otherwise, that would have been a deuce for swimming in.
Oh, get the dinger. They
Can't
tie.
get the dunk again.
They have a chance to take a lead in the beginning, which is not always the case.
Very true. It's there, and Sophie will put it away for a dunk. Norton Shores Nauticals, similar to last game, off to a lead. Can they hold it?
Krakens are playing from behind now. They're the ones trying to catch up and close the gap.
Seem to be struggling a little bit here at the beginning of game 2.
Put the pressure on.
They only have 2 dingers to their name so far. And the Norton Shores Nauticals, look at this. Off to a 5-point lead.
Extend it. Oh, they do with the dinger.
They'll make it 6.
8-2.
Kraken's looking for some dunks. They're not going to get it. Oh, it did nick the top, though. It was close. on
Good
that
throw
one.
here. There it is.
Look at the 4 points total for that round. Chip away at that Norton Shores Nauticals lead.
Oh, shoot! Nice! Okay, that's good.
Wild throw from Sophie Eileen, but J.R. Amon is able to convert. Get that 1.
9-6.
Have a 3-point lead. Can they extend it?
Almost a deuce. Is that a deuce?
So,
No?
Waiting for the call. Big E says deuce. They get the 2.
To 11.
Oh, Swimian struggling trying to get that one in. Bounces it off the top instead. And there's 2 more dingers for the Krakens. But it's keeping them in this match, Sim.
Yeah, lots of low-scoring rounds from both teams. Nauticals seem to be looking a little bit better so far.
J.R. Amon goes full beans on that one. He's not able to come up with any points, but we applaud the effort.
Yes, we do. We love to see those diving tries.
Steps in the box, throws, outside.
Shaky from everyone here. See if they can start fresh. Oh, they get the
A little
dinger.
bit low from Big E. Not much more swimming can do with that.
And a dinger back.
More dingers. It's a dinger fest right now. 11-10 is the Norton Shores Nauticals lead.
Oh, that's nothing. Oh man. If it,
Another floater from Sophie, and J.R. Allman's not able to put it away.
oh wow. Nothing on the way back. That's a goose egg for that round.
And Sim, I feel like a broken record, but once again, the middle of the match, and the Norton Shores Nauticals with a round of 0. And now, as you can see,
Yep.
the Kalamazoo Krakens are going to
The
take full
Krakens
advantage of that.
Capitalize, and that is the little crack that the Krakens needed.
You got it? Right in. Almost.
Another
almost.
dinger. Another dunk opportunity missed. They need points here, and they'll get the dunk.
So they're up to 15. They are in good shape. If the Krakens get to 21 here, they're still able to push for an OT possibly.
Move to 19.
Can he get the
Swim
deuce?
in.
He's known for his deuce. Oh, it's far.
A little high. Big E's not able to get the one. So here's Norton Shores Nauticals' opportunity right here, Sim.
They could put it out with 2 dunks. There's one.
This is big. This could be the turning point for the Norton Shores Nauticals.
They could take game 2 here.
This is very similar to the upper bracket final game 3.
Oh!
Sophie can't convert.
Dinger instead.
She ties the match at 19 all.
Go for the deuce or the 2 dingers. They're going for the
first
dingers.
dinger.
Yep.
We went second. so we
Need
went
one more. And the best they can hope for
And there's the second.
is that the Nauticals choke this and they don't go to an OT. But the Nauticals could get deuce or 2 dingers back and go to
their
OT
opportunity.
again.
It's really high again.
Oh!
And for like the 3rd time, the high throw is not able to be converted into points. And now it puts the pressure on J.R. Allman as he has to hit the can. And it's going to be
off
wide.
to the side.
The Kalamazoo Krakens squeak away another victory by 2 points. And they take game 2 in this best of 7.
Yeah, the Krakens aren't as solid as they were at the beginning though. They have some opportunities in their play that with the right shots the Nauticals could take advantage of.
And as you can see from this replay, they were in it the whole time. That round of 0, I thought they were done for, but they were able to hang in there, but they couldn't convert when it mattered. And that's the difference in this match. So
Yeah, it just comes down to how well you can make your conversions.
And the stats here convey the same message as most of the numbers. Very close, very similar. The main thing to take note of is Big E with an 88% shot accuracy. That pushed the Kalamazoo Krakens a little bit further ahead, but still, overall, almost the same numbers across the board. It was just that one round that did the Norton Shores Nauticals in and gave the Kalamazoo Krakens the victory.
Yeah, I would have to say the errors are probably the worst things that you can have happen.
That's for sure, Sim, and we move ahead straight into game 3. The Kalamazoo Krakens, now up by 2 games. The Norton Shores Nauticals need to win a game here if they're going to stop this momentum that the Krakens have rolling.
It's just when it's not that far, you have to decide.
It
like,
seems to
are you
be
gonna try
a
and get it
0
back
off
or
the
hit
first
it?
throw.
And it depends on how you hit the edge and flip.
JR is trying to justify the outcome, trying to come to terms.
Nice.
Able to pick up the dunk there.
We're just like one round away from beating you guys.
Big E with a wild throw there.
They're going to give us a chance again. Maybe switching frisbee was about it. 3-0.
JR seems kind of confident this round. Maybe it was from the close score of the last game.
3-1.
You got it. Perfect.
There we go. Norton Shores Nauticals able to convert that dunk. Could use 3 more points here. They don't, but they get the 1.
I didn't get the curve.
6-point lead. Can't be mad about that.
So 7-1.
Pressure's on the Krakens now. They made a comeback last game. Can they do it again?
Nice
That's a
throw
good start.
from Big E there. A little floater over the top. Can't get much better than that. Oh, and a deuce coming back from Swimian.
7-6.
Swimian, the deuce master. Picking up 2 more points.
Close, close.
Get the dinger on that one.
8-6.
There's 3.
Dunk. Keeping that lead. Krakens need to make a play here soon.
Swimian not able to convert on that. Swimian, oh, right at the can again. Back-to-back deuces, Sim, for Swimian.
Wow. You know what? I'm starting to think that he's Sorry, I lost my train of thought there with J.R. Ahmed. with
I don't even know what to say. The throw was to the moon. The attempt was honorable, but that's not
did like
gonna
a
convert.
windmill redirect there.
Meanwhile, we got jet skiers in the background having a playground on the lake out there.
There's dunk.
14-9.
And look at this lead from the Norton Shores Nauticals. This is the best we've seen them look against the Krakens so far, and that is exactly what they need, down 2-0 in the series.
And the Krakens are looking a bit shaky here. Nice throw from Swimian. Easy dunk there.
And just like that, they are back in the match. It's the Norton Shores Nauticals.
Oh, I shouldn't have gone that high. Just throw
And
it
I'm
down.
afraid that we're gonna see the same thing we saw last game, Sam.
No.
That's where I want
They need to hang on.
to get it up higher, and I
They
did
need
it
to
least-
keep the momentum going.
Yeah, at least get some sort of points here. If they get a goose egg, that's gonna be tough. Okay. A dinger. Salvage something out of it.
Salvage something. They're back to their 15, which seems to be their mark.
And the Krakens are getting dialed in now.
Krakens take their first lead of the game. They'll move it to a 2-point lead.
15-17.
Once again,
We need to get the 20.
Norton Shores Nauticals need something here. A wild throw from Sophie.
Nothing again.
Nothing again.
Bottom. It landed, I see the mark. It hit right here.
Once again, the bad throw at the bad time.
15.
17.
This needs to be points. Oh,
There's the goose egg round.
there's the round that we talk about every game. 0 points.
And the Krakens are gonna capitalize.
18-15.
And they could put it
Dunk.
out right here.
Dunk to send them to 21.
Oh! What? Oh! I thought that went in, Rick!
Show the replay. Show the replay. Oh, Sim. Off the top.
No!
Between the lower bracket final and this, I think we've seen 3 throws off that. And once again, 3 times in a row also, J.R. Ahmed cannot convert Sophie's throw into points. Oh, what a turn of events in the last minute.
The Kraken still seem to be in shock after that last throw, as am I.
Oh, another round of 0.
Oh.
Norton Shores Nauticals were in perfect position, and they put up 2 rounds of 0 in a row. Meanwhile, the Krakens are almost instant winning.
Oh, and they get the dinger to put it out.
Wow, what a turn of events, Sim. And the Krakens take game 3. They are now on series point to win the Michigan Tournament 2023.
Well, I hope that we do still see some more chances at the instant wins, because that was too close. That was too close just to not get one after that.
The third throw from today that has skipped off the KanJam logo on the top of the can.
They are just
I can't
teasing
believe
us,
that, but
Rick.
the Norton Shores Nauticals, Sim, right there, that I can't believe that didn't go in. But the Norton Shores Nauticals, multiple chances like that, and they can't convert. 2 rounds of 0 in a row. As we take a look at the stats here, the shot accuracy from the Krakens, swimming and putting up 100%, and the Norton Shores Nauticals only putting up 43 and 57, and yet they stayed in this match to the very end.
Yeah, swimming and putting up big numbers there. 4 dingers, 3 deuces, 2 dunks, and an error just to get that sequence 4-3-2-1. What a performance by Swimian.
That is a stat line from Swimian that you need to take a picture of and save that, because that is quite the stat line for the Krakens, and ultimately that was the deciding factor, and that pushes them to a 3-0 lead in the series as we get set for game 4. And it all comes down to this, Sim. The Krakens are on series point. If we want to see anything from the Norton Shores Nauticals, it needs to happen now, and it needs to happen fast.
Yeah, I would love more games, so I am hoping that the Nauticals can take this one and give us more time.
Oh, right off the camera again. This one, though, high enough, he gets the deuce out of it.
Swimming with the deuces. He is a man on fire with those deuces.
His throws right now are just dialed in to the max. He is sniping the can in all directions.
Sniping the can and the camera. That's the second time. Surprised that camera's still alive.
And that's not going to work.
A little bunny hop there.
Mine's doing the same thing, and you know why? It's because Eli changed frisbees on us.
Yeah, that's what it is.
That's a violation of Rule 25.g.
You want to go back to the other one?
And the thing is, when you do that, you
J.R. Almond blaming the frisbee, even though they played with it last series, and they definitely should have won the match.
And the frisbees are the exact same frisbees, except for the color, I would like to point out. One's white and one's black, same size, same company. But
Sophie,
your head.
Sophie Eileen with a nice dunk there, and we are tied.
So what? 3-3.
3-3.
Sam, I had high hopes for Norton Shores Nauticals, and I want to see them shake off the last game. Just let it go and focus on this. It's not over yet, and you still have a chance. Only down by 2.
Yeah, even if you don't take the final, as long as you take one game, once you see a god bleed, people stop believing in them, as the saying goes.
And you know what? If it would have hit it right here, it might have gone in.
Sophie's throws seem to be getting wilder and wilder.
Well, every now and
Just
then,
gonna need to
my
dial it
finger
back
gets
in,
caught.
Yeah.
because the Krakens are only getting hotter and hotter.
That's better. Let's see it like that time.
4-5, Krakens up by 1. Big E with the throw. Oh, and it's right there. How does that not go in?
It looked like it floated. Wow.
Oh, Big E's
Wow,
got to be
Rick.
kicking himself after that. That's flashbacks to last year.
It just like floated on the edge of the can. I don't know what else to say.
Another moonshot by Sophie Eileen. It's going to lead to 0 points again.
It won, but it landed right.
J.R. Almond's gonna invest in some stilts after this
Problem is, sometimes you can't
this-
tell how when you
this
hit
game.
you
He's
can't
going to get
tell
some
how-
arm extensions.
4-7.
Still in it though. Anyone's game?
Yeah,
There's a 1.
I'm gonna have
Not ideal, but they're staying in the match.
The camera's taking a beating.
Throw back. Big E. Little
Another
off to the
dinger.
side.
You're just trying to get Simmy and Sandy, aren't you? 8-5.
We seem to have that mid-game lull again. But
Dunk
Big
opportunity.
E's going to end that with a dunk. Push us ahead to 11-5.
Oh my gosh, you're gonna make it mad.
It's not a beat. I saw it earlier.
Is there a wasp on the field?
Seems to be some kind of bug. Big E's not afraid of it. He's telling it to go away. He's got a grand final to win.
And that's another 0. And the Nauticals are just running out of steam here.
Another dinger.
11-6. I'm gonna start trying to get it in the middle.
I think we're losing our fight.
Well, you get frustrated.
Off to
after
the side
getting
again.
that close. 19.
A little bit of a dinger battle here. There's a
There's the dunk.
Swimmian is dialed
up.
in,
Then you start trying too hard. 15-6.
and they are at that 15 mark. Sim, they are 2 dunks away from another tournament title.
Wow.
Why is it going in front?
You love to see it and you hate to see it too. I don't want it to end, but a win is a win for the Krakens. And they're going to try and secure that win.
And that's going to be short.
It's gotta be a little higher. I'm
Just
trying to
barely
get
made it over
in.
our half court line. Beautifully designed by Swimmian, I may add.
Each year it gets better and better.
There's one.
There's the dunk.
We are 1 dunk away
What I mean, we gotta.
from crowning our champion. Could this be it?
Oh, and he gets the dinger instead.
It was right there, and Big E cannot put it away. That is a...
Oh my god.
Oh my,
Whoa!
oh my.
Trying to take off Swimmian's head.
Dad, I
Some warfare going on.
Not even close on that one.
played too many matches.
Yeah, we need a break after this.
You guys can go ahead and add that to the
Still going for the
terrible throws list.
Let's see what John can muster.
And that one's not much closer.
Yeah.
Almost taking out the other camera.
All right, Eli, we're 2 off. Did you guys go first?
This is what happens when you get to game 4.
I thought we
You've
gotta
been
get that
playing
extra man. I just
for
need to
so
start going.
long. You've been throwing the frisbee for so long.
Fatigue starts to set in.
The wrist gets some cramps. The eyes.
Could this be it?
Oh,
Just short.
he's going for the
Kalamazoo
deuce.
Krakens eyeing victory. He has multiple deuces. And that one's going to be high. Big E gets the 1.
Did it hit it?
Go
The
up to
Kalamazoo
20.
Krakens are now a dinger
Try
away
to go for the instant win.
from another tournament title.
Almost.
We got one. I hit it in.
That was close.
Picks up the 1.
Yeah. I mean,
We're now down by by 13.
You have to make a crazy comeback here.
Norton Shores
Trying-
Nauticals. It's sad to see they came so close
Yeah,
in the
that-
first 3 games, and they're running out of steam, Sim.
Yeah, you
We
just
still get 2 more
you just
tries
get
to
that
win.
tilt too. That always plays a factor when you're just down 3. It's just hard. It's just hard to get that motivation to just keep going.
Swimmian playing up front in the
Insane.
sand by Big
That
E.
instant win's hard to like get your mind wrapped around.
This could be it.
Oh,
It's short.
short from Big E.
I don't know if it's nerves or what, but they're having trouble putting it away, and the door's still open for the Norton Shores Nauticals.
Maybe we should start going for the threes if they're messing around.
There's another 1.
We tried to flip it in. 9.
Go up to
They
8.
need a 3 right here.
And can they make it to their 15?
Oh, short again.
I can't throw it that low and keep it on line.
It's back in the hands of the Krakens. Let's see what they do with the frisbee. Oh, Swimmian misses the
Off
dinger.
again. It's not over yet. Can Big E put it away?
Bit high. Oh,
Slaps it and
side.
it's short.
Oh my goodness, Rick. This
Sim,
is
I'm
one
dangling on the
way
edge of my
in.
chair. Oh, Sophie.
nothing from both teams. It's just like it's like a stalemate out here.
Neither of these teams want this tournament to end. We've had such a fun day. So many things that have happened.
No, I'm trying to go for instant wins too.
Started to do an instant win off.
J.R. Ahmed openly admitting that he's going for instant wins.
It seems like the Krakens might be going in for them too.
We might have a bit of an instant win battle here in our hands. Both of these teams trying to end the tournament or continue the tournament with a magical throw.
And that's the beauty, is it only takes one throw.
Sim, it's kind of getting comical at this point.
Swimmy and do it. He's endorsed.
Big E.
No. Oh, the dunk! The accidental dunk, I believe.
And they're going backwards. Oh, they don't want the tournament to end, Sim. They're just gonna keep rewinding their points.
Swimmy goes down with that. I don't know if he was trying to put that one in the sand or just try to get the dinger.
Oh
put
my!
it out, but
Another floater from Sophie.
I need it down a little.
they go over and Swimmy and still can't stand.
Oh man.
Yeah.
There's a three.
There's some points. There's some points, Rick.
Norton Shores Nauticals 6 points away from tying the match now.
Hold it up here. It's better
What does
to
Big E have in
if
store?
you're gonna be bad, it's better to be low.
Oh! He is eyeing that slot. He wants it.
They're getting closer and closer.
Right off the side.
So if you hit 60, you went back. Oh, yeah.
Swimian has been dialed in with the twos. Can you
Goose
put it
would
away?
win. Goes high.
No.
All right, 19 to 12.
I'm going to have to throw mine lower.
I'll get back a little bit.
Sophie Eileen puts it over. J.R. Ahmed cannot convert.
19,
They needed 3 there.
A dunk here would put some pressure on the Krakens.
And
There it
they get
is.
it. There is their signature 15 on the board.
The Krakens either got to get this deuce or get this instant win to put it away.
Here it is. Big E. Oh! It's in! And oh my goodness.
Big E signs it off in style, making history, joining the instant win club along with Crazy Ann.
And throw up the replay. What a way to cap off the Michigan Tournament 2023 than with an instant win from Big E. And that will be the Kalamazoo Krakens' 3rd straight tournament title.
Wow. The Nauticals in defeat.
Only curved 6 inches on that throw with a shot accuracy of 100%. And what a way to bring the Michigan Tournament 2023 to an end. As we take a look at these stats, Swimian still on fire with that 91% shot accuracy. Big E with a stat line to look at. 4 dingers, 1 deuce, 3 dunks, 4 airs, 4 airs, and they still walk away with the victory courtesy of his instant win.
Yeah, and you can just see the Nauticals just having a rough game there at the end, trying to make something happen, but in the end, it's futile.
In the end, it was meant to be the Kalamazoo Krakens' victory, the Norton Shores Nauticals. We applaud them for their effort, and we can't wait to see what they have to put up in the future. A definitely close game all around. They had multiple chances that they just couldn't convert. And if they can clean that up, Sam, then we are going to have some matches for the ages in the future.
Future games always inspire hope and hype among us.
Well, that brings the Michigan Tournament 2023 to an end. The Kalamazoo Krakens are the champions. And for Rick, Raldo, and Sim Santz, we say so long from the beach, and we'll see you back on the desk. An absolute masterclass there by the Krakens as they defeat the Norton Shores Nauticals by a series score of 4-0. And what better way to finish off the tournament than with an instant win from Big E 28. Sim, what were your thoughts on that grand final?
My first thought, Rick, is that none of us had a perfect bracket this time. We all had one game or another that just didn't go our way. Mine was that Humble did not end up being the champions, which was a shame to see because I was really hyped to see them in more of like tournament play. But
Yes.
champions took the win and screwed my bracket over. And you guys all had your fair share of bad luck too with your
That's
brackets.
fair.
That's true.
Fair.
Suzy, what were your thoughts on that match?
Yeah, so I thought the matches were pretty good. I was still really rooting for the underdog, but they just couldn't do it this time. But they still, I think they still improved a lot. They had a lot of good dunks. The instant win was still crazy. I think there was still something to talk about with these matches.
That's true. And what better way to wrap up the tournament than with an instant win? In fact, we're now going to move to our GoPro play of the day, which happens to be that very instant win. Take a look. What more could we ask for than a grand final rematch between the Norton Shores Nauticals and the Kalamazoo Krakens?
The story that has no end. The two titans seem to always face each other when it comes down to the end.
Oh, you're going backwards. That it was.
Oh!
Get this instant win. Put it away.
Here it is. Big E. It's in! Oh my goodness.
Big E signs it off in style, making history, joining the Instant Win Club along with Crazy Ann.
Swimmian was right by the can when that throw from Big E went in, and now he's here on the desk. Swimmian, congratulations and thank you for joining us here.
Of course. Thank you for the introduction, Rick.
So, go back to the upper bracket final. You guys, in the third game, you head to overtime. Was there any nerves at that point that the Nauticals might be on a comeback or might be going to put up a bigger fight than you originally anticipated?
You know, like those first games, we were just trying to feel it out, feel like where like the Nauticals were skill level wise, and they definitely came back this year a lot stronger than they were last year's, and they were putting some pressure on us. But me and my partner Big E just like always have like that chemistry and like always like have like that synergy, you know, and we just feel like that's like always going to carry us through no matter what. And if you start down yourself, then that's where you lose the games. So you just gotta keep that confidence up and believe that like you have the game in the bag, and then you'll win.
Yeah. It looks like you guys had a bit of a instant win battle there at the end of game 4. Were you just having some fun at that point, or was there some strategy behind that?
Was it that obvious, Rick?
Just a little bit.
Yeah. Me and Big E, just like everyone else, try to have some fun out there sometimes. I mean, it is serious, but you know, we are just trying to make our mark on the history of the game. There's not that many instant wins that you see in like KanJam tournament play, so we were trying to be one of the few. A lot of our inspiration came from Crazy Ann. You know, I've watched that instant win replay back millions of times, Rick, and I've been trying to recreate myself, and I just can't. It's just unmatched skill that she has, and we're trying to make our mark and be like Crazy Ann, you know, out there and get that instant win. And I did it during practice, you know, out in the fog, but it was actually my partner Big E that took it in like the tournament play game. So kudos to him, Big E. Yeah,
That's what's up. Yeah, so I'm curious as to how you and Big E are gonna celebrate. You got any like plans or?
Oh yeah. So we've been planning this out before the tournament even started. Once we knew that the tournament was in South Haven, we already knew where we're going. We're going to Friends Goodwill after. We're gonna rent that boat out, have a good time, see some fireworks out there. You know,
That's what's up.
Captain and the first man is gonna have to drive the boat because we are gonna be a bit tipsy. You know. So hopefully we stay on board and they don't have to get out the little tiny boat in the back to go save us. You know. So yeah, that's what's up.
Well, that sounds like an awesome time. Thank you, Swimian, for stopping by.
For sure.
Congratulations on the win again.
Yeah.
And once again, this was Swimian standing by with us, who was standing right by Big E when he threw that instant win to cap off the tournament. And while that throw was perfection, there was also a lot of throws during this tournament that were quite the opposite of perfection. And we're going to take a look at those now. It's time for Tossie's Terrible Throws. Oh, what a great segment that is.
Oh, you are right, Rick. That has got to be probably my favorite segment out of all the segments here at the end.
Yes.
But shout out to Tossie. We had some frisbee malfunction days before the tournament, and we reached out to Tossie and explained our situation, and they were able to get us new frisbee for the tournament within days. And I would have to say their customer service is the best that I've worked with. And, you know, they're Canadians, so obviously that's the case.
Yes, huge shout out to them. Thank you to them for sponsoring that segment and to also helping us with our frisbee issues that we have. They're a great company and have great customer service. And another company that has great customer service is FedEx, who shipped our jerseys to our location this year. The Krakens had to expedite ship some jerseys that got created at the last minute. And big thank you to them for all their fast delivery of the jerseys. And speaking of fast, their shipping was about as fast as Swimian's flick that he threw. It's time for FedEx Fastest Flick. Accurate throws are a crucial part of KanJam. As you saw there, Swimian with a almost perfect throw at the can. But it's also important to have a good teammate on the other end. It's time for the Michigan Maritime Museum's Assist of the Day.
I said, hey, we don't need to leave all the differences aside. You will alright. I said, maybe we
Right
don't
there.
need
There's the dog.
all the differences aside. 'Cause that's what makes it right. I'm
Right
not
there.
like
And
you, and you're not good like me. We don't agree, and that's what makes it right. I'm not like you, and you're not like me. Opposite sides, and that's what makes it right.
We had lots of great plays today, and why don't we go through and say what some of our favorite plays / matches were for the day. Suzy, you want to go first?
Yeah, sure. Thanks, Rick. So I gotta go with the Humble Houseboats versus the Champions. I feel like that was a very anticipated match because last time they were both like so close knit with their skills. But I really saw a lot of improvement from the Champions, especially with J-Fei. His shots, very, very accurate, very good. And they also got their first dunk. So that's something to talk about too. So I was very, very proud of that match.
How about you, Sam?
You know, my favorite part of the tournament was probably the upper bracket final when they went to the OT in the last game. We haven't seen an OT in tournament play, so I was really excited about that. I was on the edge of my seat for like most of that, even though it was a short-lived OT.
It was.
But I am also excited for the party on Friends Goodwill after this. So we gotta wrap this up because I'm trying to go to Friends Goodwill and party with the Krakens, you know.
Well, before we wrap it up, I'll give my favorite play. Had to be, I'm going to throw it back before the tournament even started. Well, we had played one match, but the fog caused us to have a little bit of a delay there, and Swimian with quite an impressive throw in practice out there on the beach in the middle of the fog. Even though it wasn't during tournament play, I think it was a cool play. And for my match that I'll throw in there, can't not acknowledge the grand final. It was a 4-0 sweep by the Krakens, but it was great KanJam to watch and a crazy instant win to cap it off. But unfortunately, folks, that means that we're at the end of the tournament. We have enjoyed the day. We've seen lots of things happen throughout the day. Humble Houseboat making their return to the Pro KanJam Series. We saw the champions win their first ever tournament match. And we also saw 2 series between the rivals, the Nauticals and the Krakens.
Can't ask for anything better than that, Rick.
Can't ask for anything better than that.
I am more than satisfied this year.
I am too. And the Krakens take their 3rd tournament win in a row. They are the Michigan Tournament 2023 champions, and we congratulate them. But for all of us here on the desk, as well as everyone else here in the studio, we're going to leave you with one last look at the best plays from today. We say so long from South Haven, so see you next year.
We keep seeing their eyeballs glued to us on the sidewalk, but that look could kill. They are trying so hard to find all the weaknesses inside, but it's gonna spill. Oh, can we take a minute, turn and face the critics? Let's put flowers in our hair like we don't care. And dance a village clown moves. Nobody's stopping our groove. Oh, that's good. It's just you and me. And making me laugh with your moves. Ain't no stopping our groove. Oh, that's good. It's just you and me. And we can clown around, yeah. And we can clown around, and it's just you and me. Oh, you and me are a vibe, girl. Disco, some fun like one of a kind, girl. Till morning's here. But when opinions start to guide us, we won't let them define us. No, we'll play it by ear. And I know that you're shy, but we can clown around tonight. You know the circus leaves town when it's like, and there's a village clown moves. Nobody's stopping our groove. Ooh, that's good. It's just you and me. And making me laugh with your moves. Ain't no stopping our groove. Ooh, that's good. It's just you and me. And we can clown around, yeah. And we can clown around. and take a train to Freaky Town. And we could just clown around like this, you know. We could just clown around a bit and dance a village clown moves. Nobody's stopping our groove. Oh, that's good. It's just you and me. And making it clap with your moves. Ain't no stopping our groove. Oh, that's good. It's just you and me. And we can clown around, yeah. And we can clown around, and it's just you and me. And we can clown around, yeah. And we can clown around when it's just you and me.